Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. Welcome, Blowhard Talk Hard here with Julian.
Tracy.
Hi, Pat's here.
Pat, the producer, in the house. Tracy, back again.
Yo.
Fuck. What was I going to say, man? I'm just so confused. I was saying that I had to walk the dog because my niece went skiing. I know this is out of the blue. This is just like fun fact for all you dog owners. Do you have a dog by any chance?
2 cats.
2 cats. What are they, cat lady?
2 cats.
Pat, do you have a dog?
Nope.
What do you got? A little hamster?
Yeah, I have a hamster
With
and a
scratchy
goldfish
nails
and
and
a
a goldfish.
parakeet and a snake and a turtle.
Do you really have that? Do you have a snake?
No.
Oh, you strike me as a guy that would, actually. Anyways, these people who have all these dogs. So my dog is my niece's dog. So she went skiing, so I had to walk the dog in the morning. Fucking terrible. So I walked the dog to the back of the laneway. And all the dog kept doing is going to spots to smell. And it was because the snow's there, the yellow is piss from other dogs. But when there's no snow there, the dog still picks up the piss smell and goes there and smells, licks, whatever. And then you come home and the dog wants to lick you, this and that, and people let the dog, that's so cute. But it's when you see the dog smelling and licking that piss, and I pulled the fucking dog by the choker, and then you go, and then you bring it inside, and you're like, it's like, it's fucking very dangerous. Do you not think so?
You guys know the show Mythbusters? You ever
I've
watch
heard of it.
Okay, they did a very good one where they were like doing like the 3-second rule, but one guy was like, I want to compare your mouth to a dog's mouth by bacteria. So they would dip.
Oh, yeah.
So they had the dog lick a bacteria like a petri dish, and one of the hosts licked the petri dish, and the dog was much cleaner than a human mouth. So interesting, just a fun fact.
So the dog can smell shit and eat just smell, but it's clean. Why is my mouth dirty?
Well, have you heard yourself talk?
I'm just looking at this text. She goes, I forgot to tell you something. The guy brought a cock cage with him. What the fuck is going on with this shit, man? Anyways.
We were talking about BDSM earlier. That was kind of...
Oh, that's what she means, cock cage.
He's a cuck.
Anyways.
It makes it easy, though, for the girl, though, right? She doesn't really have to do much work.
Again, let's not get into the fucking craziness. I don't even know what a cock cage is. It's that, yeah, I know what it is.
Well, we had kink all last week. Let's get out. Let's talk.
No more kink. Well, we're talking old folks' homes today.
No, the folks.
We're talking sexual intercourses in the old folks' homes.
Hey, people are people. They're humans, too.
What do you think, Tracy? You were telling me the stories, but do you believe? I didn't know that STDs are number one in old folks' homes.
They're high. I've heard that before. They're very high rates of
So these old people are fucking.
Apparently.
Well, when you think about it, they've been having sex probably longer than any of us.
But how do they have sex though? Like the girl that they're 80 years old people and they're pounding?
Of course. Well, again, you have like some.
They break any hips?
Well, that's the thing. I think they got to be.
Okay, what about before? They must have Viagra, right?
Again, I don't know exactly.
Well, they have pumps.
Well,
Pump it up.
Well, there's still. So I have a friend that works in a retirement community.
She gets in on the action?
God, no. But she has to, even though you knock before you come in and say hello, she has witnessed pornography on their TVs. Older gentlemen watching
that's
porn.
Nothing. That's okay.
But, so, I mean, that's probably, they might not need Viagra if they're watching,
Well, because male sex, like the male sex drive never stops. It's not like they're we don't have any menopause
they might not
in
need
men,
it.
right? So it is.
Well, it's all testosterone based. If you're 80 years old, I don't know. But anyways, okay, let's pretend they don't. But the point is they're actually banging away.
Yeah.
I think again, they're people. They have relationships. Some of them, like imagine you're.
I have stories to back this up, by the way. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
pretending I don't know.
Yeah, well, exactly. Because
I know.
we caught my grandfather one time.
Oh, here we go. This you
sneaking
should
in.
have talked about personal, but go on.
Well, it was just funny. We left my grandfather. We knew he had a girlfriend or whatever. We were at the old age home.
How old's your grandfather, by the
He
way?
was, well, he's passed away, but he was
sorry
90
about
at the
that.
time.
90?
Yeah.
Good for him.
And we caught him thinking that we had left, but we were just sort of waiting in the lobby, sneaking out of his room over to his girlfriend's room. And it was like 11 o'clock at night or whatever. It was late.
Woohoo.
And we knew he's not just going over there for a conversation.
Yeah.
And it was funny, but he thought, because he looked and we're like, we played it
Well,
off.
I
It
know
was
a couple of
That's
girls that
funny.
work in old folks' homes and whatever. But yeah, it's a big thing. They do it all the time. They get escorts. The escorts come in with their running shoes. This one guy gets them. They come in with their running shoes, and then they change into their heels, whatever. And when they leave with their heels. Cluck, cluck, cluck on the hallway because so they don't get heard going in. They, I don't think-
Really?
yeah, they do that. They goes at night after the call. They're too lazy to take them off, and they just scram out of there. But the guy gets them all the time. And I'm like, really? Good for him. Like, what are you going to do with the money?
Interesting.
If you got money, might as well pound away.
Yeah, and I think again, it's people. It's almost sort of. I find it very encouraging and great to see that still people in the twilights of their lives.
Yeah, I
can
just don't know if
engage-
it's kind of rape, though.
Well,
Because I heard, you know what? A quick story. I don't know if this is funny or not, but I'm going to say it anyways. My buddy he worked at an old folks home, and he goes, there was this pervert guy. We'll call him Miss Pervert Joe.
okay.
That's whatever.
Joe.
And Pervert Joe's grabbing every lady every day, touching her inappropriately, just touching. And now they're ready to kick this guy out. Like, you do it again, Pervert Joe, you're gone. Like, don't touch her ass, don't touch her boobs. He wasn't like, whatever. So he finally got it. So one day goes by, another day goes by. The next day, the nurses are like, or whatever they're called, the nurses, I guess. They're like, where's Pervert Joe? We haven't heard any complaints. He obviously listened to us. Do they not hear? Gug, 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 gug. The one nurse hears in the door. And she opens the door. What's Pervert Joe doing? There's an unconscious old man sleeping, and he's force feeding him his dick, face fucking him. And the nurse goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, that's
So Pervert Joe
horrible.
goes, "These are the rules. I can't touch the girls, the ladies. You guys told me." But he goes, "You didn't say nothing about sticking my dick in an old man's mouth who's sleeping."
Oh my God.
really.
I said it was funny, but it's kind of fucked up.
It's incredibly fucked up.
I don't know what to say to that.
And they kicked Pervert Joe up, by the way.
Jesus.
I guess he's lucky that the guy had no teeth. He takes his teeth out before he goes to sleep.
No, she goes, you could actually hear the sound. Gug, gug, like he was just pounding his face. Well, the guy, maybe
Did
the
this
guy
guy
was
not
on,
wake up? Like,
that's the thing. I don't know. Like if the guy was fucking on sleeping pills or something. Who knows? Remember when some of these
Anyway, we don't condone this type of
Wow.
behavior.
No. We're just telling you stories.
no, I think it's wonderful though. Like why shouldn't they be having sex? Honestly, like
Nothing wrong with that. As long as, like you said, Pat said it's consensual.
just be
Why not?
safe
Do it.
and. I think
How does the
that's
girl
that's
get
a cute
wet,
Story
though?
about your.
Oh, they use lube. I can't see the 80-year-old lady going to the shoppers. Hey, can I get that KY?
Or they just use Ben Gay.
Oh my
They don't
God.
get Ben Gay. What's that?
God.
Well, how do they get wet?
That-
They must, or they use olive oil.
Yes. It depends what old age. If they're at
Crispy.
the
What's that stuff called? Baking.
Crisco.
Crisco.
Yeah, they go down to the kitchen.
Yeah.
That would work, right?
When their family
it
comes to
does.
visit, can you bring me a bottle of coconut oil for my
Yeah, for my
Right.
soft
Yeah.
skin.
nightstand? For my nightstand.
Exactly.
Who was it? I also know this girl. She works at because we were telling her about this. She was at the hospital. She's a nurse, a real hospital. There was this guy. She was. You know, many times you walk in on the night shift and these guys are all jerking off. So now it's as you enter, you're supposed to make a noise, but some guys don't care. So there was this one patient. They kept touching their arms and then grabbing his dick, touching their arms. They're just hi, and he just touched them and then right away grab his dick. And they're like, stop doing that because he's obviously like weirdos, right?
Yes.
But I don't know. I find it funny, but I guess if you're the one getting it done to, it's kind of like they're. What's the word I'm looking at here? Help me.
It's creepy.
It's not creepy. They're being. That's like actually sexual like assaults in a sense.
Well, it's sort of a bit of exploitation. It's
Yeah,
exploitive.
like you feel like you feel violated is the word. Violated.
Yeah,
He's touching
like-
your arm and then he's touching his dick. Like you might think it's nothing, but
yeah.
it is kind of
What
wrong.
was he in the hospital for?
I think she said it was something to do with his prostate. These guys are young. I go, young or old? She goes, oh, young guys. And I'm like, really? They're jerking off after they had surgeries and stuff? That's the part I don't get.
Yeah.
I'm in a hospital, like fucking just getting cut open, whatever. And the thing I want to do is jerk off.
Especially if you just had your prostate fixed, because you'd probably be a little tender.
You'd be extremely, anybody who's been in a hospital for 3-4 days with any kind of surgery, you're not, the last thing you're going to want to do is jerk off. Like, give me a break.
Well, I guess it's not for some people.
I guess maybe.
No, because she
not
made
the
it seem
last
like it
thing.
was a big deal, like a very popular thing.
Well, maybe you're on morphine, so you're flying high, you're kind of spaced out, and you're kind of like,
hey, baby,
yes.
you're looking good, baby. Come in the room, baby.
I was going to say, how hard...
What's that thing when you buzz them? Nurse, hey, baby, let me see.
How pretty is your friend whose arm he was touching?
Let me
You're
touch you up.
I don't know, man. They're just
On the IV
oh, what? She was actually getting mad.
No, but was she pretty? Is that why?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. They're all, she goes on her floor, they're all young nurses. Like they're in their mid-20s, right? So, yeah.
And who knows when the last time he had that much female attention given to him.
100%, because they all over these guys. But the thing is, I don't know, I just don't relate sickness to jerking off. Like, it's just weird.
No, you go into a hospital.
You got a bad flu. You're not fucking jerking off, man. You're just lying there like, oh, God, trying to,
Yeah, there's nothing.
You don't eat, you don't smoke, you don't,
That could lead us back to the whole kink thing.
I'm
I don't know,
sure
maybe.
there's a hospital saying, oh, that's 100%.
And maybe people do get
jerk
turned
off
on when
hospital?
they're...
Or just like, the whole idea of like being in a hospital bed, being sort of in an invalid or in any sort of like requiring sort of care.
Can I just say something off topic? Remember last week when I mentioned the porn I noticed, I didn't watch it, I just noticed it online accidentally. So this week I noticed, again, because of the old, and because we were doing this segment, so I did a little research. Old, young. So there's an old man, like 70, banging a 20-year-old. That I'm okay with. Then I see an old lady banging this other guy, like a real old lady, like a grandma. It's like granny porn. And I was like, that's just wrong. Am I crazy? Like, why do I look at it one way it's okay, the other way it's bad? I know because it's like that's the way our minds are.
Well, because you want to be that old man, like you want to be.
I'm gonna be that old man,
Yeah, well,
bro.
exactly.
Don't worry
So
about
you're
that.
Yeah, exactly. So
That
you're
is a fact.
exactly.
That's already part of my plan. But anyway.
Yeah.
I think the one thing about like sort of like younger men and the older ladies is that there's this sense of like maturity, experience.
When you're
sort of-
18, you bang the 40-year-old. When you're 40, you don't bang an 80-year-old. It doesn't work that way.
Man, there's a word for it because there's a.
It's called necrophilia.
Well, that's
No.
that's way too
Jesus.
old. Because remember, there was a good show called Bored to Death with Zach Galifianakis and Jason Schwartzman. It was an HBO show. It was on for a few seasons. But
Yes,
Zach
I know the show.
It
Yeah,
was a pretty funny show, and it was really good. But like Zach Galifianakis' character, who's like dating a woman with a kid and is in a like relationship, and it's an affair with like a senior citizen, and they have a word for it, and it's like it's a whole like episode arc where he like a few episodes where he's like,
So people are into that.
oh yeah, again.
Well, that Adam
exactly.
Sandler movie when that guy during Grown Ups, their buddy was dating the old lady. Then when what the fuck's her name? Adam, the Grown Ups, when they were introducing at the funeral, and he goes, "Oh, is this your wife?" And the guy goes, "No, it's my wife." And there was like a grandmother.
Yeah. Or like Zohan. He's don't mess with the Zohan. Like,
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
banging all those old ladies at the barber shop.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Without even like no question. He's like loves doing it. He's like, I'll take you in the back.
Love is blind.
Is that love?
But it could
Well,
be the
or
same
lust.
as like, look at all the young ladies that marry the rich old men. So it
That's-
could be the rich old ladies
Oh, I'm sure.
with the...
Yeah, but it doesn't.
the young
Again,
guys.
it doesn't work as often, I guess. So we don't really, I'm sure it does happen, but
Because no one could say that Anna Nicole Smith was attracted to.
the guy in the
Other, like,
wheelchair, the
yeah.
guy who looked like he was 180.
Yeah, he was, and okay, his bank account was very attractive, but there was no way she was like, I can't wait.
You know
to
what?
just
I've asked
straddle
girls about that before, believe it or not. And you know what? I've got their answers are a dick's a dick. It doesn't really look less different. Well, you just said the guy we were looking on the Twitter. You go, his dick looked like he's 62. His dick looked like a dick.
Yeah, but I'm just
What?
saying, like,
He was in good shape more, but other than that, a dick's a
Yeah.
dick. But is
a dick's
I
a
don't
dick, but
Is
I
a vagina
can't...
a vagina?
Yeah.
I can't...
I don't know. I've never seen an old vagina. Like an old vagina.
Like, to do it...
Well, the day is young.
I can't bring myself to just do it for money. Like, I couldn't...
But what are you talking about now?
the dick. Like we were saying, a dick's a
That's
dick. but if
irrelevant.
it's
That's
for-
irrelevant what you
Oh,
could
for like
do.
an
or-
inheritance, like if you had to put up with someone.
No, like for me to go marry an old rich man just
Yeah.
for his money, I can't do that. Me
Oh,
personally.
Tracy's got so many morals, people.
No, it's just
If
like
some dude,
I will
some billionaire,
I will marry the billionaire in the
Yeah, well, then
wheelchair.
you have
I'll
to-
suck. Hey, listen. I'll say it clearly. I will suck the old guy Anna Nicole Smith's
Okay,
dick if he had $1 billion
I
and he
just-
gave it to me. What the fuck? The guy died in a month. How much bad could it have been?
I guess.
A couple of
but
blowjobs and I
I-
figure his ass a little bit. We get $1 billion. See ya. Who's the winner of this fucking show?
yeah,
You wouldn't, Pat?
I've-
You do it for
no,
free.
that's yes.
You do it for a pizza slice and a fucking.
That's right, for a jar of farts.
And a Michelob Ultra.
Anyways,
That's right.
another episode of fucking total confusion and I don't know.
But that's just a half.
That's the half?
Well, it's only 15 minutes.
Lord have mercy. We'll be back, listeners. I'm so confused.
Hi, I'm Rudolph Gumwa, and I'm just a humble mule farmer from the Lazy D Ranch here in beautiful Little Lemon, Alberta. I just wanted to come on the program here and tell y'all that me and all the other hard-working ass hands at the International Association of Professional Mule Farmers supports the fine team and all their great work at the Blue Hard Talk Hard podcast. And we's all hoping that y'all take a second to rate, review, and subscribe to the show. That's all there is to it, and that'll be swell. And also feel free to love yourself a mule. The hardest working, sweetest, most ornery, and delicious animal in the universe. They're me and my families and thousands of others like me and us is bread and butter. And always remember this, that without mules, there'd be no humans.
Welcome back, listeners. My fuck up. I thought the show was over, but I guess not. We're back anyways. Julian,
Tracy.
And Pat as well.
we're still here.
We're back.
Fuck. Thought we were done. Thought I was going
We're
to get the fuck out of here.
Oh no, we got another 5 or 10 minutes. here.
Oh,
Let's-
Lord help us. Okay. Well, we were, what we were saying before with Tracy brought this up, the old people banging, and I go, you must use Viagra. She goes, fun fact in the NFL, continue.
Yeah, so apparently in the NFL, it can be suggested. I don't know if it's really put into place too much, but cold games, take a Viagra, get your circulation going.
I've never heard that in my life.
keep
I've
you
been watching
warm.
sports for like 30 years. I don't know.
Keep you warm out there.
Why would Viagra keep you warm?
It just gets to everything going, your circulation going, and
Get your heart pumping. But
all that
what
stuff.
about your dick?
Yeah, these guys are out there grappling each other with giant
Grappling
throbbing
each other,
erections.
yeah.
Actually, I know guys who take Viagra, they lift weights.
Well, I'm sure, yeah, again.
But again, because it gets the
Yeah.
testosterone, blood flowing, and you're like, "Arr."
Yeah, and-
but you can also have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
the
thing they
giant-
advise you of, not to take Viagra.
Throbbing erection.
There's no erection, man. You got to get stimulated, bro.
Well, you're in the gym, you're pumping iron with your bros, man. You get
Yeah.
fucking
You're wearing
stimulated.
those fucking 1980s tight
Yeah, you got your-
leopard pants, the cut off wife beater,
You got to exactly. These
real
dudes,
tan and
Woo, yeah.
shiny skin.
they're
There we
in
go.
Taking a shower after.
Hulk Hogan look.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Maybe
Hulkster.
maybe the football players have to deal with that afterwards. in
I
the
don't believe that.
shower.
So that's
I know.
ridiculous what you said. That is no fucking way in hell. That's true.
I don't know how many do it, but it was. They said
They
like,
suggested
that
it.
it was.
Who
it
suggested
was-
it?
There was a doctor that had talked about
doctor?
it, but some people.
Well, you could look
Have-
at probably like if
don't-
you're looking at professional sports, which is a mega billion-dollar industry, and these guys are
Looking for an edge.
million-dollar
All right.
corporations, and there's so much riding on just one potential play.
Take a
or
Viagra and
anything.
play fucking football.
And it's cold. Like what would
Look
you
at
would?
that! Like these.
I just like to
name.
understand why would Viagra would warm me up.
I guess again, as someone who's never taken it, wait, have you ever taken it?
I've taken a quarter, a half, an Aruba.
Okay, and what
My
was-
head was, but see, I can't really relate because we were so bombed. We had drank like 30. We were at like 30 shots.
And you're in the
We were going
sun.
in a cab. Yeah, we were going in a cab to a place, and my head was fucking red. Not my dick, my real head at the top was
Yeah.
so red and heavy, like I thought it was gonna explode.
So there was sort of blood blasting.
Too
around.
much. It was to the
Yeah.
point I was getting scared. But I think you can't obviously drink 20 shots of tequila,
Yeah.
10 beers, and then do it. Obviously, the blood is all. It's like,
And you were also sitting still. That's the thing.
We're in a
Like, you were
cab, yeah.
out running like.
Well, yeah, and these guys are super athletes, so they have already very high, like their hearts are very strong.
yeah, but again,
So
I think
that-
the booze and the mix with prescription doesn't obviously. It was a reaction, but it went away after like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. But I was actually nervous.
Yeah, and again, you don't have the athlete like remember,
It's not about an athlete here. This is about fucking just a regular
Yeah.
guy taking half a Viagra and his head is looking to explode. It's like that's not normal. But is that why they ask you to check your doctor
Oh,
first?
I'm sure there's
I would,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
And I'm
'cause
sure the doctor wouldn't say, okay, it's okay, Julian, drink 20 shots and take a couple of beers and then pop a Viagra. You'll be okay.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
Mind you, though, we went to the little red light district. We pounded hard, man.
There-
Well,
There
because
you
he had
go.
a
So
non
it's
My
God's
buddy was
purpose.
taking off his shirt. It was like he's yelling, we need more dicks. We can't fuck this many. True story. I'll drop it because I don't want people to think we're, whatever the word is, like, yeah, bragging or whatever. But yeah, he took off his shirt because Aruba's a Dutch colony. So in like Amsterdam, prostitution's legal. So they got all these little houses, brothels. So we went. Anyways, they were like $50 a shot. Bars, tequila, a Crown Royal, Heineken, bang. Next bar. Crown Royal, Heineken, bang. Next bar. At the end, we're
Wow.
like, we need another day.
Well, yeah. So how did you get up the
God.
night? Like you must have slept for 3 days after.
No, we got up and went to the beach. What are you crazy? We were retarded back when we were younger.
That's right. And this was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
Anyways.
3 weeks ago.
Don't take Viagra unless you get it from a doctor.
Yeah, or if you play in the NFL, I guess it's a.
Well, think about it. Short sleeves,
The
Buffalo
cold.
weather or
Yeah.
CFL out west.
I'm going to say it again.
In the snow?
So in Aruba, it's 30 degrees. So if I took a Viagra, I'm going to get hot. So it's going to be 60 degrees.
Yeah, be careful.
Anyways, on that note, we're out. Julian,
Sure.
And powder.
fucking take Viagra, get hot.